Lightning bolt breaks record for longest ever recorded. Just recently, the World Meteorological Organization (WMO) has announced that two storms that occurred in 2020 set two new records for lightning on Earth. The first record was for the longest single bolt of lightning ever recorded, and this record was taken by one single flash of lightning during a storm on April 29, 2020. It stretched from Texas to Mississippi for about 168 kilometers, that's 477 miles. This distance is about the same as the distance between Columbus, Ohio, and New York City. The second record was for the longest duration of a single flash of lightning. This record was captured by a single bolt of lightning during a storm on June 18, 2020. That lit up the sky for an extraordinarily length of 17.1 seconds over northern Argentina and Uruguay. The previous record holder for the longest length of a single bolt was held by a bolt that appeared in the storm in 2018 in southern Brazil and was 440 miles long. That's 709 kilometers. In the same way, the previous record holder for the longest duration of a single bolt was held by a bolt that lasted a long duration of 16.73 seconds and occurred in March 2019 in northern Argentina. The Rio de la Plata Basin in South America and the Great Plains of North America are the hotspots for thunderstorms, and they are also where the two record-breaking flashes were seen. The unique geography of these areas creates a significantly large connective system which are capable of causing separate individual thunderstorms to combine and form into huge weather systems that have the ability to trigger extreme lightning strikes. Now, before we go any further into the video and discuss the significance of all this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for regular updates on the most recent space adventures and technological advancements. The importance. The Randall Cerveny of the Arizona State University said that this record is clear proof and that one single bolt of lightning can span for 17 seconds. For scientists, this is very important as it helps to improve the overall understanding of the different dynamics of lightning, namely the where and how, and most importantly, the why of lightning that occurs the way that it does. What makes these bolts so impressive is that the fact that they were a part of intense storms that themselves produce these mega flashes. A mega flash can be understood by comparison with a typical lightning strike that occurs when the electrical charges jump between clouds or form clouds on the ground. However, a mega flash can span over the entire thunderstorm complex. Randall Cerveny, the reporter of the WMO Weather and Climate Extremes, also explained that the majority of lightning flashes in storms are known as to travel only a few miles or so. However, a mega flash can extend for hundreds of miles. In his statement, Randall Cerveny also stated that it is very likely that even greater extremes than the ones recorded still exist, and that as lightning detection technology improves, eventually we'll be able to observe and record them as well. The technology. Ground-based lightning mapping array or LMA networks are used to collect data for all previous assessments that recorded and established the duration and extent of flashes. However, keep in mind that according to lightning scientists, an upper limit exists which allows us to record only the most intense lightning. This is why we need some technology that allows lightning mapping with a significantly larger observation domain. The ability to continuously measure the extent and duration of a flash over broad geospatial domains has been offered by the recent advances in space-based lightning mapping. The Geostationary Lighting Mappers, or GLMs, on the R-Series Geostationary Operational Environmental Satellites, or GOES 16 and 17, are some of these new instruments which can be used to record the extent and duration of the new lightning as well as their orbiting counterparts from China, FY4 Lightning Mapping Imager, and Europe, the Meteostat 3rd Generation MTG Lightning Imager. Michael J. Peterson, the lead author and evaluation committee member of the Space and Remote Sensing Group ISR-2 of Los Alamos National Laboratory, USA, had a lot of insight to offer. He explained that despite the great impact that lightning has on our lives, it's still a surprisingly complex and elusive phenomenon. However, with the technology that we use now, we can discover new and surprising aspects of lightning. We can also understand what causes them and how they occur, as well as appreciate the disproportionate impact that they have. While technology is advancing every day, there is still a lot that we don't know about these monsters. Michael J. said that as an early career scientist, it was his privilege to be among colleagues that are at the forefront of this exciting new area of research. The instruments we have are space-based and usually have the ability to provide near global coverage of total lightning. As technology gets better, lightning observation has changed and improved. What took so long for this record to be revealed? Survey revealed that this type of mapping and lightning detection equipment has been in the orbit for a few years and has allowed them to learn a lot more about mega flashes. Even though both the flashes that were detected were in 2020, WMO has only now certified that these two events had the longest distance and longest recorded duration respectively. Grammy Marlin, who is at the Met Office in the UK, reported that there was a long double-checking process for the instruments by cross-checking all observations and verifying them by a panel of experts before the events could be recorded as the world record lightning flashes. The previous record before these two storms in 2020 of the longest recorded lightning bolt was held by a bolt in 2018 in Brazil, which spanned 440.6 miles. The previous record for the longest duration of lightning was held by a bolt in March 2019, which struck over Argentina, Rena Toczynski, and it lasted for 16.73 seconds. Is lightning becoming more intense? While it may seem with the latest record-breaking flashes that lightning is becoming more intense over time, that might not be true. It can simply be that with our new and advanced imaging capabilities, it's become more possible for us to record readings that break all previous records. Marlton explained that it will take years of recording data in order to assess the trend. However, an increase in the frequency of lightning might be as a result of the climate change. An essential thing that you need to know about far lightning is that it can strike from its parent region without making any ground contact. Cervini said that any and every time that you hear thunder, you should immediately find a lightning-safe place. It was highlighted by the WMO that the two recorded flashes were not separate, isolated events. Both these bolts happened during large-scale, intense storms. WMO also confirmed that these two specific events were not linked to climate change, and neither of these flashes posed a risk to humans as they both occurred so high up in the sky. However, the organization also emphasized that lightning storms should always be taken very seriously. Lightning is a major hazard. The chief of WMO, Petteri Talas, said in a statement that lightning is a major hazard and it takes many lives every year. Lightning itself strikes when ice and a drop of water inside a cloud collide. They then create a negative and positive electrical charge built up at the bottom and top of the cloud as the charge at the negative and strengthens. Eventually, energy is released and is released as it travels to an opposite charged object, like the ground or another cloud. Annually, according to the National Weather Service, approximately 25 million lightning strikes from a cloud to the ground occur in the US. Hundreds of Americans are also injured annually, and 49 people on average are also killed. The two most extreme lightning incidents in the past have included one in 1975 in a tent in Zimbabwe, where 21 people that were huddled together were killed by one single flash of lightning. The second recorded incident was in 1994 in the Egyptian town of Dronka, where 469 people were struck by lightning and killed instantly. It resulted in burning oil flooding the town. These incidents show us just how seriously we need to take lightning as it's a potential hazard. Unfortunately for us, none of us are going to become flash if we get hit by it, so let's not get foolish about it. These records highlighted the recent findings, only emphasizing the importance of lightning safety for the public for electrified clouds that can lead to flashes that travel extremely large distances. The only locations that can be classified as safe from lightning are substantial buildings that have plumbing and wiring, not structures like bus stops or benches. Another safe and reliable lightning safety location is inside a completely enclosed, metal-topped vehicle. As seen in extreme cases, lightning can arrive within seconds over a long distance, and it's also embedded with large thunderstorms.